Hi Leo, I hope that you're all doing well. The first card that we have out is the Lovers. We also have Page of Cups and we have Six of Swords. You can feel at this point like there is an understanding of your feelings in a way that you had not understood before. And this can be centered around a relationship. I'm also seeing a tower going on in the background, which feels actually like you're moving on from this. So you may have recently gone through a commotion of sorts within a relationship. It could have felt like things twisted around all over the place. It could have been something that felt like it really shook you up or shook up what was normal at that point. There can be changes that are involved in this. It can feel like your world spins all around. For some of you, even something had been decaying. That can be part of this too. Something could have fallen apart. Seeing Six of Swords feels like you're at the point where things are not going to be more disruptive now. It feels like there's actually a moving forward that can happen now and things settling down. It just seems like there was something really important here that needed to be understood about the way that you felt. Now that this is understood, you can move forward. So without that understanding, you could have felt like you were not able to move through that, but it seems like now this has been grasped. And there can be a much deeper understanding of your feelings now. I'm also hearing consequences. Here's the Tower. Tower just wanted to pop out. Tower also came through in... Whose reading did we do? Cancer. Tower came through in the reading for Cancer. It'll all come out the same day. Seeing something about a plan that was left behind. Tell me what this Tower is. Okay. Unexpected bump in. Tower is being clarified by Three of Cups. This can mean something that's coming together that you weren't planning for, weren't expecting. I even feel something as well that you may have been moving forward, but then Six of Swords going into the Tower, there's this thought that things are going to be more settled, but then the Tower is sort of an unexpected twist that takes place, but I'm seeing this be connected with a relationship. And it even feels like an unexpected bump in of some sort, or like an unexpected gathering of some sort. I feel like this is, I didn't expect that to come together and something came together. Because it's the Tower, it could have been something that was apart. And now what's unexpected is that things come together. Next to the Tower, we have Seven of Wands. So when this happens, when this bumps into you, you can be feeling, I get this sense of determination, but you can also be feeling kind of like you've been on a bit of a wild ride here. Because of going through a time right now where things can feel chaotic, maybe you're feeling a bit more on guard. There can be more of a sense of self-preservation that's popping up. So you can feel like your life is a little bit disheveled in relation to this. And you can feel like you can feel this need to protect yourself. But I'm wondering too if the Tower is coming through and saying, hey, look at this, and there can be a part of you that maybe doesn't want to. Maybe the Tower is like, look, you can't ignore me. And there can be a part of you that maybe a little bit doesn't want to see. Maybe there's just something that you don't want to address, and it can be something that you know is a problem. Because I almost get the feeling with Tower and Seven of Wands, it feels like, look, the Tower is happening, like, look, a crisis, or look, this big thing that's happening, or look, this dramatic scene. And it feels like there may be something for you to do within this, but at the same time, you could almost be like, no, I don't want to. That's kind of the feeling that I'm getting from this. So the Tower can be something very dramatic that's going on here. But I feel even like you're... like, I'm not intimidated by my whole world being flipped upside down. This can be like not wanting to address something though. Because the Tower is here to show you what became so off track that a Tower had to happen. What became so off track that boom, that moment has to take place. But yeah, there can be this piece of you that's like, I don't know. It feels strange because it feels like something may have even gotten severe enough, and there can be a part of you that almost is like still wanting to dismiss this a bit, or still almost like not wanting to take ownership of this a bit. I feel like it would come in the form of this. You can be saying, this is my will, this is how I'm using my willpower. I feel like this thing that's going on is challenging that, and I'm not giving up, and it feels like that's the feeling that's tied to it. I'm hearing strange mercy. Wow, how about this? I'm looking at the Six of Wands. I'm seeing this be connected with the Lovers. So I would say that there's you and there's another person, okay? You guys have been going through some stuff here. With this Six of Wands, I'm seeing you prevail through actually an extremely challenging situation. But you can know too that there was this like need to move through something that felt extremely chaotic here. So with that Six of Swords moving into the Tower can be like, well, if we're going to move forward, something big is going to have to change here, and I'm really going to have to apply myself and apply that energy. And it can be something that really changes things on a monumental scale for you, like relative to where you are right now in your life anyway. And that Seven of Wands can be like, I'm not going to give up. And with Six of Wands, Seven of Wands can be you holding on to a sense of victory and something actually, you coming out of this situation with things going well. Even though that's happening, there can still be some worries about where things are heading, the direction. But yeah, having Lovers and having Six of Wands, I definitely say that you and this person, the relationship, it has overcome something extremely challenging. But it can be something where you look at the Tower with the Seven of Wands and it's like, that doesn't scare me. I'm going to do what I have to do here to make it through this situation. I'm not going to give up. For some of you, I'm hearing I'm not going to lose this. I feel like you understood something intuitively that was extremely important that you needed to understand about the relationship was understood. And I feel like that was the key to helping you work through this Tower successfully. And without that understanding of the Page of Cups there, this would not have worked. I get it was like actually very key for you to understand something. And this is to understand something subtle. This is to understand something that transcends verbal communication and words just straight up. This is your ability to intuitively grasp something, to psychologically grasp something, to emotionally grasp something. And it even feels like a moment when things click, and then there's the, like now I see, I understand how to move forward with this, but it could have been something that wasn't catching before. something as well about what your intuition was telling you to prioritize. And you chose right here, Leo. Through this following of your intuition, you made the right call. I do get this sense again that if there was something about having to prioritize your intuition, having to prioritize feelings, having to prioritize emotions. So if you would have chosen to turn your intuition off, it feels like this situation wasn't going to work out, but you chose to listen, to tune in deeply. And when we have that Page of Cups, we really have to be centered with our heart open to hear what that is communicating with us and to recognize what's going on here, what the message that I'm receiving. This is something very important. And it feels like by choosing the relationship, by prioritizing that and balancing that with the other stuff that you have going on, but making sure that this is on your list of what's important, that's how you move forward. And you can be feeling very locked in right now. This may put some extra stuff on your plate. It does seem like things are going to feel more settled after a little bit. I'm seeing something too about prioritizing the future that you wanted, knowing to, if you listen to your intuition and what it was telling you, you listen to your heart, you listen to your soul and what it's telling you, it laid out what the future was going to look like if you chose to listen, if you chose to tune in, and for your actions to follow along with that, and for there to be progression because of that. Something about the way that you've been doing things, I'm seeing change. This feels like however it was that you were making moves before related to what you were building in your life, and it can be like what you were focusing on, like what you were really investing your energy into. I'm seeing something about that go through a big shift right now. And I'm seeing there definitely be a focus on what you're feeling. And I'm also seeing you go through a time where you're like trying to find your footing, going through a time where there can be a lot of shifts going on within your life. Having the Lovers and having Four of Wands actually shows this sense of peace being preserved within your relationship, the work that needs to be done in order to protect that and make that happen. So Seven of Wands, Four of Wands is I'm going to protect this, the harmony, the sanctity of this relationship. And you are successful in doing so. And it allows things to move forward and for things to be built on top of this. And it also allows you to see clearly now where things are going. So it feels like a very tough time that's coming to an end now. Protecting things so that they can last. Choosing the relationship and what will allow a harmonious continuation. So this very much seems like something that you have learned how to keep intact. And this can even be being successful in protecting this. There can be a part of you that's still coming around. Based off of what's been going on here, it can be a bit of a change. It can be a bit of a shift. You can almost feel like the direction sort of like forced you in this way a little bit, or even like forced you to pick a path here. I get this sense of you, like you're gonna see why it was important for you to pick this and what unfolds because of it. So I feel like right now You may not see all of this totally. What you are going to be seeing is that the efforts that you're putting in now with a sense of consistency, that's what's going to allow this to be lasting. And there could be something here between, there's something that's connected with flexibility, protecting, preserving what's important to you, and also recognizing what your priorities are here. And having Page of Cups, this can be relationship priorities, this can be emotional priorities, priorities that are connected with the pure messages of your intuition and being led by that. I get too that this was a time as well where you got to choose how you were going to channel your energy, what you were going to channel it, how you were going to channel it, what you were going to channel it for, how you were going to utilize it. All to get to the good place. And a future, protecting that future that you want. No matter what. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.